I can barely hear it.
Oh no! I hope.
At least on my end.
I hope the audience was able to hear everything. Speaking of which, oh no, I forgot to switch the whole setup from last week's Progress Fest.
Hi.
Hello! Oh my gosh. Give me one sec. How do we normally have this set up? Cameras now. This will take no time. I've streamlined things.
That's what we get for doing anything different.
We're set now. We've fixed it. Hello, everybody. It's another episode of DrawBomb.
Hello.
The show where we have absolutely no
here.
technical difficulties ever.
Never. In the history of the show.
That's right. Hello and welcome. It's the show. Brandon, how are you?
Ian, I'm great. I'm doing wonderful.
Brandon,
it's good to be
glad
back.
to hear that.
Yes. Ian, thank you. Thank you for asking.
Brandon,
Ian,
you're very welcome.
How are you doing?
Brandon, I'm doing good. How about you?
Ian, I'm great. You just asked me that, and I'm answering. You gave me nothing and deflected it right back at me.
Sorry, I just noticed that we actually I've been actually on a different window, and I just opened the chat. We've had so many people posting things in the chat already.
Yeah, I've been talking to them a little bit while you were off.
Gosh.
I don't know, doing something stupid like getting water. I don't know. You're always drinking water all the time. What's wrong with you?
Gallivanting around for hydration.
Yeah, it's like, bro, we get it. You like water. Am I right?
What are you made of it?
Could you pick a nerdier drink to like?
Duh. Only
I
real
only drink
humans
Baja
drink
Blast.
Mountain Dew. Damn it, wow. Okay, well that is also Mountain Dew. That's a. Anyways, welcome. Brandon, what are the people in the chat saying? What have they been saying?
They've just been saying how excited they were for the show to start. And they've just been waiting patiently.
Wow, we've really let them
somebody
down.
Was like, I thought this started at 8, and I said, it's supposed to.
It never does, but it should.
It should. In a perfect world, but the world ain't perfect. Okay.
In a perfect world, this would make us
that's
money. Being episode 192, we'd have at least that many fans. But
this is what. Well, we have more than that many followers. I mean, we're catching up. We're gonna get close soon where we overlap. We have more episodes than followers, but we're not there yet. We're still ahead of it. We're in the green.
All right, we're still beating the curve.
That's right. But the fact that we're all flawed individuals, that's what binds us. That's what brings this community together, you know?
That's right.
At least that's what I'm going with. And if they buy it, perfect. Are you Steve Perrying me right now?
Yes, I am.
Let's quick. Since we have all these wonderful people here, let's click. I'm gonna scroll through and see what else they got to say.
Let's shout some folks out real quick. I just want to shout out. Want to shout out Mantrabeeg real quick. The first person to ever donate money to us via Patreon. Mantrabeeg, who has appeared in some credit sequences with their name as our Patreon supporter.
We love you. Thank you so much.
We love you. Sorry we have not made any cartoons in the last 6 months. We have actually made 2. It's just been life's been weird and busy and stuff.
We were forced to get jobs.
yeah, that actually was a big one. Is me getting a job that'll do it.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Doesn't help.
It does not help.
See what else. We got Zenus in the chat. We got Mantrabeeg. We got Lotus Clock. All of our favorite people are here.
That's right.
Mantrabeeg says, I never actually got to see a stream from y'all.
Welcome.
Oh, you're here.
Happy to have you here.
We would do Mondays at 8. I mean,
yep.
5 minutes after 8.
It can be anywhere from 8 o'clock to a half hour after 8 o'clock. There's really no.
The show starts soon screen is it's a part of the show.
The word soon in starting soon is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Sure, it can mean anything.
Yeah. It's, as we say in our own private conversations, an Austin soon.
That's funny.
Brandon gets that joke.
I do.
Sorry.
Friend or enemy of the show, depending on who you ask. Right now, it feels like an enemy. Attack.
We've let him know about this joke, anyways.
It's all right. Yeah. You know, it's okay because he deserves it.
Yeah, that's true. Brandon, man, how you been?
Good. Good.
I know I already asked that like 3 times.
It's all right. It's all right. I was gonna kind of go back to that on you as well. Okay. It's good. It's been a good week. It was a very busy week. To hear it. Ooh. But I'm happy that got through it. Made it through another one, and you know what my reward is?
What's that?
Another carbon copy week at my job.
Wow. I
get to do it again. That's the prize.
Yay! I love carbon copies.
Woohoo! But it's fine. It's been all right. Today was very good. Yesterday was very good. So I'm feeling good.
Ooh. Xenute says,
how's your week been since last time we were here?
It's been good. I really have nothing to report. Same as you. I mean, basically just another day in the trenches or another week in the trenches. Just working, hoping for better things.
Hoping for the sweet release of death.
That's right. That's right. Xenute says Brando got a haircut. You know, I got a haircut recently, but I got mine before you did. Are you copying me?
Look, bro, you don't need to make this about yourself. Yes, I am copying you, though.
Oh, okay.
But it's rude that you drew attention to the fact that I'm copying you.
Are you drawing like a man in a Bomb Boy mascot costume?
Like a mascot.
Okay.
Yeah. Xenute says you got a new haircut. I mean, new as in recent.
You've never had that haircut before.
But it's the same hairstyle I've had for years and years. So, you know.
Never before have you cut your hair that way.
New is a relative term. New to you, maybe.
New is relative. Who? Your cousin? Your aunt? You pronounce it aunt?
No, of course I say aunt. No, yeah, I say aunt.
So
I say aunt and I say aluminium.
So if you improvise, you don't yes aunt?
Apparently not. Just shut it down immediately. Or wait, I mean, I guess I said I did say aunt. I don't know what would be yes aunting in that scenario.
I don't either.
But I like it. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Okay. Well, I'm glad. You know, you made it through another week as well. We're back here in our favorite place.
That's right. The internet.
That's right. I long to return to the internet. Every time I leave this place, I just want to go back.
Reject monkey, return to internet, is what you always say.
I'm out in the. I always say that. Everyone on the show knows. They hear me say it all the time.
Yeah, if you pay attention to enough episodes, you'll have heard his classic catchphrase. We've been working on T-shirts of it.
Yeah, we're working on them, but you know, haven't really had any breakthroughs yet.
How goes the T-shirt maneuvers, by the way? We haven't done anything. We haven't made a single drawing.
They don't go.
Really?
Yeah, we haven't done it.
We told each other that we were gonna make.
In our defense, we have been putting a lot of effort into fleshing out the channel.
Yeah.
In the limited time we have, we've been putting time into emotes. We're working on alerts right now.
That's right.
We got
subscriber badges,
things planned to make badges, things to make this feel like an actual Twitch channel.
Like we tried or something.
You know? It only took us years to add the basic stuff that you get.
Yeah.
So,
for like last year, Twitch was where all my money came from. So I mean, you know, it only makes sense that.
And what'd you give back?
Nothing. Fucking zero effort, man.
I guess a lot of time.
Yeah, fair.
But it's fun. It's fun. I look forward to this.
I like it. I want to actually stream more next year. I'm gonna try and like stream more on the regs.
I'm right now. I'm in the process. You have your own channel. I do everything on here just because I don't know. I just want to funnel as much as I can here.
Yeah.
But I'm planning on doing more things on this channel. I'm like rigging them up right now. I'm building OBS scenes. I'm getting things ready.
Cool.
I'm gonna do it. Okay.
You're gonna do it. Your Mass Effect streams have been very enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm gonna do more. It's just they're probably gonna be late night. I've been putting it off because I'm like I want to do it when people can watch, but that's just I'm not available when people can watch. So yeah, I'm just gonna start doing them, and if people can make it, cool. If not, the VODs will be there for you to enjoy.
All my streams that I'm planning are probably gonna be like later in the night as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna do more of that, more drawing streams. Cool. When I'm working on stuff, I'm gonna try to stream it. I'm just rigging up OBS scenes. That's really the only thing stopping me at the moment. But
gotcha.
We'll get there.
I am trying to create some more animations for the DrawBomb channel. I've been working on one short for way too long. I have all the assets done. I just need to like edit it together now. Yeah.
That's exciting.
I'm just gonna tell you what it is. It's called Doing Things Out of Order. And it's a guy trying to get a glass of water, but he does it in all the wrong steps.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool. I'm excited.
That's gonna be a YouTube short
really
though.
Fun.
Thank you. We should start doing some sketches again soon. I know we've talked about that before in the past. I've been thinking about strategies. So, you know, I've told you that animations tend to get pushed to my front page a bit more now that I've been like seeking them out and watching them.
Yeah.
So I have some theories about things we should do for our sketches that could help us with our reach. And one of them is so, you know, we've been doing like the puppets and things like that to kind of like simplify the animation process for us. And I do think those puppets are great for improv animation stuff. I think those are still fun. We should definitely do that. I'm looking forward to doing next year's Joel Haver movie. I think making some more feature-length movies, just like not even like constrained to the Joel Haver thing, would be cool. But also, I think one of the things that like really helps animations on YouTube pop off is them having like decent animation and stuff in them. Yeah, and like, you know, our puppet sketches have been fine and fun, but they've definitely been focused on writing more so than any sort of actual animation, like visual, like flair or anything like that. And I don't think we need to go crazy overboard.
Maybe it needs to be. Maybe the puppets need to be a tool for certain scenes, a tool to implement rather than the main event.
I was thinking like, so what I've been doing lately is I've just been doing the mouths as puppets and then just using the mouths, like recording a giant mouth on a green screen and then having them lip sync the audio of the character that mouth is for. And then I've just been like slapping that on to the actual animation and having the rest of it like be that way, because the puppet just method in general has a lot of drawbacks to it that I'm finding if we want to get more ambitious, they're just not going to be possible to overcome. So having the puppets as the mount, like just to auto lip sync for us, that works great. Simple stuff like that. But I would love, but like, you know, I think we should talk about like a process, like kind of get a general process nailed down so that we're on the same page and we kind of like are aware of what amount of effort different shots are going to take. Because if we're on the same page in terms of what the process is, then we know how much goes into a shot, you know, for each of us.
Yeah.
And then we can sort of like figure out, you know, some ideas to animate out, and then we can do them still making, I think still focusing on like economy of time and efficiency, you know, but like, you know, we can make the animations a little fancier, I think, kind of like what we were maybe planning for the nouns pitch that we were working on, you know. I think we were kind of planning on doing things a bit
we could do more. Some quality over quantity.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm noticing that the animations that tend to do well do have a bit more visual flair to them than.
Well, I'm down. I'm down to join you on this.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have to sit down sometime and just like figure out maybe some ideas to do like that. But not tonight. Tonight is a different night.
No, not tonight. Tonight is just DrawBomb Live.
Where should this guy be? Like, I drew a fish tank because I was drawing a DrawBomb fish, but I feel like there should be people in front of the DrawBomb fish tank. Or maybe I should just delete the fish tank and put...
What if you kept the fish, but he's like the sidekick or something? Actually, no, I don't. You don't have to delete anything you drew. I like that you're a little octopus, man. He's a bomb-topus.
Yeah, although everything's got like bomb themes in this world I am setting up right now. Anything that's circular is a bomb.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, that's that's all I have to say.
The rules are very clear about the bomb world.
Yeah.
If you've been paying attention, we're not going to get into it right now, but the real fans out there, they know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
There's bomb people, there's humans, there's everything that's on Earth, but there's also weird bomb variations. Yeah. It's pretty obvious. It makes perfect sense to me. Is the guy inside the suit a bomb man or a human? We don't know.
Right. That's what I was wondering myself. Like, it's interesting that you made a bomb man mascot, but like we normally just make them
from the theme park.
Men.
This is a theme park or something. I don't know. Lotus Clock says, my nephew let me borrow his copy of Mario Maker 2, so I've been letting my creativity loose and create a bunch of levels. That's really cool. I love the concept of that game. The only reason I never played it is because I tend to get games with like level creation things, and I get like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna build something really big, and I'm gonna and I come up with all these plans, and I just don't make anything. And then I've done it with a few different things. Little Big Planet. Done it with Dreams. Done it with.
I've made a lot of
various level maker type things.
I've made a few.
I make
levels.
like pieces, and then I just stop.
I've made a few full like levels in Little Big Planet that I'm quite happy with. Like I am proud of the end result. Not that you can play them anymore, but
I know that's the other thing, is that they live in the space of this creator, so it's hard to like really invest time, because you're like, well, they're stuck here. I can't take them like out anywhere. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't know how to put it into better.
They're very transient.
They live in the games they're created in.
Yeah. So like, for instance, you could make an amazing thing in Dreams, but like you have to have like the amount of people who are capable of the amount of people who are capable of playing your game in Dreams is like, first you have to take the amount of people who are going to own a PlayStation, then you got to cut down the amount of people from that who are the people who own Dreams, and then you cut down from that, and it's like it's just, that's a lot of barriers for entry already. And also like the thing, like my levels in Little Big Planet are gone because the servers are offline, so like goodbye.
So how much time do you want to invest?
Yeah.
Real quick. Let's see. Lotus Clock says, new animation coming soon. I have excitement. Yeah, and maybe you'll make it on stream too. You've been mentioning, or you've been used to do that. I enjoyed watching. Leviathan Den says, hey guys, welcome. Good to have you.
Welcome indeed.
Ian, have you consumed any media past week?
Oh, guys, he asked the question.
I asked it. I asked
the question. Anyways, what have I I've just been watching more MASH. MASH is still very good.
Mashing. You're just mashing it.
Mashing it, man. Mashing it away. It's like a pulverized.
Mashing it with the family.
Ew. When you say it like that,
what?
I don't
what?
like
I don't
that
know
anymore.
You just been mashing it with your family.
Anyways, yeah, I've been watching a lot of MASH. It's a good show. It's a good show.
You're like, shut up.
That's it. I started playing the BioShock DLC to finish it up about 2 hours before we came on here, and I think it's good. I think it's good. I think I've already told you. I think it's really cool that the first BioShock actually like ends up like taking place, at least part of it does, during the events of the reveal trailer for BioShock. Which is just fun. It was like, as it was happening, I was like, oh wait, this is the reveal trailer for BioShock. Like, very cool.
Oh, that is cool. The DLC is the only part I haven't played.
I recommend it.
Then, you know, Infinite. But I love the aesthetic of the original.
Yeah. And it's interesting because it's like they take the gameplay of BioShock Infinite, but then they modify it so it does actually play dramatically differently, and it plays closer to the gameplay of BioShock. Although I would say there was a harder limit on like ammo for each gun. Because one difference is you start out in BioShock Infinite, you can only hold 2 guns at a time, and you have to like, you know, pick them up as you go. But in BioShock Infinite DLC, where it's like basically just doing BioShock again, you hold every gun at once and you collect all the ammo for them. So it's just like the first game. The ammo maxes on each gun are a lot lower though, so it's like more sort of scrounging around for ammo constantly sort of vibe.
Yeah.
But it's good. And then what's interesting is the second DLC changes whose perspective you're playing from. So it plays a little bit differently, or it's more stealth focused, because like in the first DLC you can take shots like you can in BioShock Infinite. But in the second episode DLC, you're much more fragile. So you have to like stealth, and you get like a crossbow you can recover your arrows from and stuff. So it's interesting. They kind of keep shaking it up.
I like that the DLC changes the gameplay a little bit. I feel like a lot of DLCs have the thing of just like, here's more of that game.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's just you get to do it in new rooms.
Exactly. I think
I'm glad that this kind of changes up the gameplay loop.
Yeah, what's really cool about the DLC is what they've done is they've basically come at it from the approach of, we've already built the engine, now we can tinker with it to make it do different and fun things. And they're definitely doing that. Like, it's the same, you can tell it's the same game, but with like modifications, but it does play dramatically differently because they're essentially making a whole new game out of it, which is cool.
That is cool.
It's no small like feat too. Like, they definitely put a lot of effort into this DLC. I think it's very cool. It's the Burial at Sea one specifically. There's another one called like Clash in the Clouds, which I think is more like directly just BioShock Infinite, but it's like an arena sort of like thing. Like, it's just kind of like a chance to really like fight, because you know, BioShock Infinite is very combat focused.
Yeah.
So it's nice that the DLC is like, well, here's one where we're like letting you just really do the combat, and then also here's one where you get to play BioShock again, but like with BioShock Infinite's upgrades.
Yeah, it's
so
like
cool.
member berries, but it also feels fresh.
Yeah, it's absolutely fresh, because it's also like the story still ties directly into BioShock Infinite. So it's cool.
Can I do do you have more to say about BioShock, or can I do a transition from that?
I'm excited to see Project Judas now that, because like that game was announced very recently. I think it was announced this year, like a couple months ago. That's the next
same
game.
Developers?
Same. Ken Levine is the head of the project. It's like their own different IP because BioShock is owned by Take-Two, and so it's like the guy who made BioShock and BioShock Infinite. He's like handpicked a smaller team. Like, he said that he's specifically focusing on having like a smaller team that is going to like work more sustainably on like an ambitious game. So he's like testing having like, because like sometimes when you have like a large team, there's like too many cooks in the kitchen. So he's like specifically like handpicked a bunch of like people, and he's like taking all these people who he knows can do like what he's trying to do, and having them like make this next game, which is going to be their own like brand new IP. So I'm very excited for it because BioShock and BioShock Infinite have been fantastic and groundbreaking each time, as well as just like very well written narrative experiences. So I'm just excited with. I'm a fan of Ken Levine, honestly. Like the guys.
Smaller the team, the better. I think these days.
I think so.
At one point, it was the other way around, but now we've reached the phase of media and like companies getting too big that like once you get giant, you just everything like gets fed through like an algorithm and it loses all its flavor. And
absolutely.
And I think small teams are where like the good shit's made now.
Yeah. I think
less hands on the project.
Yeah, and I think I think there's like a balance. I think there's too many people where people get lost in the sauce, and you kind of like have to blow your budget up an enormous amount, and then like also, any small change that has to get made has to go through like more layers of people before anything can actually get done. And then there's like the not enough people where you're all like scrappy developers trying to like kind of do what you can. And
yeah,
I think
don't want crunch, but I also don't
yeah.
want studios' hands in everything.
Exactly. So I'm really excited to see how this works out. Super excited for it. They announced it this year. I'm actually gonna go back and watch the trailer because the game was announced before I played BioShock Infinite. But I'm gonna watch the trailer now again sometime. Now that I've played Infinite because I'm just a fan of Ken Levine. I've been converted. I mean, I was with BioShock, but like he's just made a lot of very good games. System Shock, BioShock, other BioShock. Like
you went from liking him to still liking him.
I went from liking him to liking him +1. Bing. It's like one of those RPG games where it's like your reputation amongst a faction goes up. Like his reputation on the Ian faction just increased. Good job, Ken Levine. Excellent work. The way you shocked them bios.
I gotta fix my pen. It's been like doing some sketches.
Can I make a recommendation for you to try right now?
New nib?
No, I was just gonna say, can you what's it doing? Is it just not registering totally right with your?
No,
screen?
It won't stop registering. It when I pick up the pen, it's continuing to draw, which I've never had that issue before.
Try turning your actual Cintiq monitor with like the power switch in the back. Try turning it off. Give it a second. Wait for the pitoon, and then turn it back on again.
Yeah. This is a scary thing. Oh, there it is. All right, I'll let you know if it works. So far, so good.
I experience issues with my Cintiq monitor, and usually what it is my computer goes to sleep, the Cintiq monitor stays on, and then once I'm like using it again, the Cintiq monitor and like its pen and its recognition of the pen are all out of whack, and I need to restart the Cintiq, and that tends to fix everything.
It's a problem that I've only experienced for the first time today. It was this morning. I was trying to draw, and I thought I was using Adobe Animate, and I thought maybe it was that program, but now that it's happening in this one too, I'm like, okay, so it's just like some of the pen or the monitor. But
yeah,
I imagine I can fix it with something.
I mean, I've been experiencing that issue for years now. I've learned to live with it. I just restart my monitor if I'm experiencing that issue, and it works itself out. So definitely see if you can fix it so you don't have to deal with it anymore, because obviously that's less of a nuisance. But if you don't find a fix that's like a permanent salve or anything like that, the restarting your Cintiq should still fix the issue, at least for like that period of time.
I'm due for a new nib. I haven't put one in probably a year, so I'll do that too. That'll probably help.
Give it a shot.
But yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if it comes back. Right now we're good. That worked so far.
Glad to hear it. I've been looking at other monitors, other tablet monitors. I've been looking at new ones just because I'm like, and like I don't intend to replace. Yeah, I don't intend to replace this anytime soon because like it was expensive. I'm so used to the experience. So, but I just been looking at other things because I'm just like, ooh, I wonder if the parallax, like what that's like, and ooh, I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder what the hertz are. I wonder if it gets above 60 hertz. Ooh, I wonder if just stupid, consumer bullshit. But yeah, I don't know. I look at
Den says, I missed DrawBomb. Well, we missed you. Welcome back. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. That's it. I've pretty much said my piece. I'm definitely like
I think parallax could be cool. I'm glad there's competition finally for the first time ever.
Yes. There's also some like very affordable, like I was actually on the Wacom website recently looking at their various like tablet monitors that Wacom sells, and that like obviously their new Cintiqs are insanely expensive, but they've got actually some pretty cost-effective options that still look like really nice tablet monitor sort of like builds. Like they don't necessarily need to like replace. Like, for instance, I use my Cintiq as my main monitor because it has the highest resolution of all of the monitors attached to my computer. And that's important. But, you know, there's some, like, Cintiq sort of, or, like, not Cintiqs, but, like, they have different names and stuff like that. That maybe they're a bit smaller, but they actually, I feel like it would be maybe a more comfortable drawing experience. Because, like, when I got my Cintiq, I got it, and I was just like... That's really fucking big. I was kind of hoping for like, you know.
That's fair. I mean, they have those.
They do, and but like you know, I had the Cintiq, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I may as well do this. But you know, down the line, maybe I'll shake up my process a little bit and kind of find something a bit more different. But you know, I'm in no rush. Is also a thing.
If there's any artists watching this who want a Cintiq, there might be other options out there, like maybe look into that. But also the recommendation I would give that is what I did is now that there's a new model out that's very expensive, all these studios are ditching their old ones to upgrade. So go to eBay. I bought mine on eBay for. It's like the big chungus of the previous generation, so it's like big. It's nice. It's just a generation back, and I got it for like I think $600, which I know it's still not like. I know it's not like. I'm not saying that $600 isn't a lot of money, you know, for people. I'm just saying money. Comparatively, that's for the amount of work I've done with it. And for the amount that they cost new, it's a steal. It's a steal.
And especially for like...
It wasn't a rare find. There's a lot around that price range on there. So, you know, look for used options first.
Yeah. I mean, I do love drawing on the thing I do love coloring the thing that I'm like looking at, you know, like I remember the old days of having a really fucking like, you know, tablet without the monitor attached to it, and like you know, that if you're used to that, it totally works. But like now that I've had the tablet monitor, I can't go back.
Hard to go back. I think I could go back in certain circumstances. Like I've been thinking, I know it's still just like a pipe dream, but I've been thinking a little bit more about like if we ever do live in the same spot and are like able to like do DrawBomb live and stuff like that, or like DrawBomb from the same place, and we build like a setup in a studio. I was thinking about like, okay, so like what do we do with like we're not going to move we draw for a living, so we're not going to move all our shit to the like studio space every time we do a show. Right. So for one of those, I'd probably just get like a flat tablet.
Well, I was thinking
leave
also
this in my studio.
By the time like that situation does arise, I'll have probably saved up a decent chunk of change. And I've actually been really eyeing those like Microsoft Surface tablets, not the Surface Pros, which are basically like tablets that are also laptops, but like just the Microsoft Surfaces, which are basically like laptops that you can like have a touchscreen interface on and a pen and stuff like that. And my Surface Pro is actually very happy with. It's just that over time it became less useful. It's still useful actually if I'm on the go. Its actual keyboard attachment that was like $100 broke, so I just had that's annoying not having a keyboard for it. But sometime in the future I wouldn't mind having a Microsoft Surface laptop because I could draw with it, and then it's also just a laptop.
Take it with you.
Yeah, and then that way, if we start doing the show in the same room,
you could bounce back and forth.
I could use the Surface, and then that would be our
we got
solution.
a smart guy over here.
Hey, what can we say? But that would be my solution. And that's it. That's the plan.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I actually have a way. I don't think it has the juice to like run a Twitch stream. Maybe we'd have to like build a computer just for being a server or something if we build a studio. But I actually have a Wacom like laptop that they did for a second, and then they were like having so many problems that they stopped doing that, and mine had a lot of problems. But it still works. Huh. I could use that.
I do remember that Wacom laptop. I do remember it.
It might be a play. We'll see.
Yeah. I will say that a lot of professional streaming setups do actually use their own computer, like dedicated computer for running OBS. And actually, what a lot of Twitch streamers will do is they'll have a computer that's running OBS, and then on that computer they have an Elgato that they've attached to the actual computer that's like running the game. So the one computer is actually just like using all of its resources to run the game, and the other computer is using its resources to run OBS and capture the video and all that stuff.
One's a streaming machine solely, and I think, I think if we build a dedicated streaming space, it might be worth doing something.
For sure. Because I think that would be the good solution. I think it'd be worth it. I think by that time, like when that like living situation happens, I'll have a good chunk of change saved up. Like it's been less than a year, and I've already saved up a ton of cash. No one rob me, please.
Guy's rich.
No one rob me, please. It's not like a ton of cash, but I'm just like, I'm back. I've saved up enough money, and my ability to save money has been very dependent just on my living situation. It's a very fortunate living situation.
That's good that you're like, using that. Sometimes I think when you're in the moment, you don't think like, you don't see like, I mean, you're trying to live life. So I understand why it happens, but I think sometimes people aren't like, it's hard to see when you're in it. It's hard to see, like, have a vantage point to be like, all right, now's the time to save money. Like, like COVID, I could have like set myself up for a few years just by like, I don't know. I was doing some weird stuff. I was like, like stuck inside and scared. So I was like therapy, like retail therapy, buying things and like if I would have just like hunkered down in multiple ways, I could have made that time more useful. But I was also like scared for my life. So
I am in general a money saver. I'm not gonna like brag or anything and be like, oh, I'm so good at money, but like I'm smart enough that like if I have a job, I've managed myself well enough that I've been like able to consistently save as time goes on. Even if I'm like really scrounging, even if I'm really scrimping and saving, I have saved money if I've held the job, like if I'm making money, if there's an influx of cash, I'm still making enough. Like even if it's like I'm putting away $50 that month, and some months there was that where I only had 50 extra bucks, maybe 25 bucks to put into the savings, I still put it away and I still saved. And like if I bought things that were like luxuries or things that weren't like necessary things like food or something like that, or like rent, then I made sure that at least some money was still getting put, like I made sure that my savings account was still higher post-purchase of this luxury than pre-purchase, you know what I mean? So like I've always had like these rules in my head for putting cash away in a savings account. So when COVID did come around, I actually had a bunch of money already saved up, which is why I was able to kind of live with the parents and then like go without having to necessarily like find work for so long, is because anything I needed to purchase in the meantime, I had like a good war chest going for quite a while. And so like when the parents started demanding money, I was good for a little bit there too, but that, I mean, when I say demanding, that sounds very much like
I was gonna call you out on that use.
That sounds dismissive. The word demanding is not like there.
My mom held me down and gave me Indian burns.
I was living with them for freaking 3 years without for no money. So like when they ask me to pay rent, I am absolutely okay with it because it's only fair and it's the least I could do. I have actually like when they first started getting like asking for rent, I actually tried to pay double what they were asking because I was like, this is not a lot of money and I can definitely pay you more. So I tried to pay them double because I felt like, you know, that way I'm extra helping out, but they refused. So I didn't mean to say demanding. That sounds like ungrateful or anything like that. But anyways, this is a lot of me rambling saying like I can save money. But yeah, when COVID happened,
I'm pretty good at it too.
Yeah. So like I have saved up actually
curveballs.
Within this first year of having this new job at the bike shop, I have saved up as much money as I had when I moved out of Philadelphia because COVID started. So like I'm back there, and I've also put down a ton of money on student loans. So I'm also hoping by the time I move out there, like when we are sort of in the same living space. My hope is that I'll also have my student loans paid off, which means
mine are getting close too.
The amount of money I could have saved, or I would have right now, if student loans had not, I would actually probably have bought a house when the market was fine, if student loans hadn't been like giant albatross around my neck, essentially.
I mean, them going away for COVID and then me suddenly feeling like financially stable for a while, for the first time in a while. I mean, I'm financially stable, but I kind of talk like I'm not because in my head I have my bottom, like the lowest I'm willing to let my finances go is not zero. So when I say I'm broke, it means I don't want to spend any more money. It doesn't mean I'm broke.
Yeah.
You know?
I
think also real quick, I want to interrupt and jump into quick say we have great support systems because I can hear ourselves right now talking about how we were so good at what we like at surviving, and we would not be if we didn't have great support systems. I don't want to be up our own butt and talk about like there's people out there that struggle really hard, and it's not that we are better at saving money than you. It's that a lot of it is I think we have good people in our corner. So
well, that's why I've tried to
so we don't sound like we're sniffing our farts too much.
But that's why I've tried to specifically like mention the fact that I live with my parents and that I'm because like the only reason I'm able to save so much money, like okay, so here's the thing, when I got the job at the bank, actually I don't know, it's tough because like when I was living with Ryan, for instance, my ex, I shouldn't actually say her name on the show, I feel like, but I've said it, so there it is. Maybe I'll bleep it out. And when I put up the VOD.
You said Brian, right?
Brian. My ex-girlfriend, Brian. But no, my ex-girlfriend, Brian.
Like, I gave you a gift. Don't throw it away.
I'm using it still.
Brian.
It's Brian.
Okay, well, I thought you were about to correct it there.
My ex-girlfriend's name is Brian. I actually was, but then I'd stop myself. But anyways.
Yeah, I know.
Bankrupted me when I was living with her. So then when I was like, I had basically 10 months living on my own and living like kind of like picking up the pieces of my life and living in that one house without the working ceiling. You remember that one? In the awful blue room. In that 10-month period where I was living in that room is how I saved up that well, actually I saved up about $3,000, but then my amount of vacation days I had saved up paid me out an extra $2,000. So, but in that 10-month period, I did save up like $3K. But that was living in Philly, and I still had a support system of my parents. So like if shit was going awry, I could still fall back on them, and that it's easier to live your life knowing when you have a safety net.
Yeah.
Anyways,
if I didn't have a safety net, there would definitely been probably a period in my life where I was without a home, you know. So
yes.
I think it's important that I mention that.
All of this has been
I'm good at saving money.
Yeah, absolutely. And all of this has basically been like just a long-winded way of me saying, if we ever get to live the day where we're in the same house, having a DrawBomb studio, I'll have had enough savings. I could like probably invest in some equipment, like a proper computer.
Same, and that's my plan too. Like I want to build a set, and I want to like rig it up in fun ways.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited if this ever happens.
I would also like, you know, if we're doing DrawBomb in the same room, I feel like it would be extra helpful to have an engineer. And I don't know how okay Morgan would be with this, but it would be cool to have her as our engineer. Because she's right there, and also she's cool.
She might be down.
I know she's been reluctant to appear on the show, but
she doesn't want to. It's not a. You know, I think you can imagine why. It's she's just she doesn't like to. She doesn't want to be like performing.
I understand.
I don't blame her. It's not for everybody.
Maybe she'd enjoy being
like
an
us.
engineer because
you
she's
know,
more
we're not
behind
really like
true
good at it either.
Oh my god, we're terrible. Like, who the fuck gave me a microphone? God damn. This motherfucker ramble about saving money.
Yeah.
Good God.
That could potentially be a thing, and then she could be the one that like feels the stress when the stream is fucking up.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a great feeling that we both experienced. We both enjoy it so much.
Yes. I kind of like picture her like their producer that they have on the It's Always Sunny podcast, you know? Like,
yeah.
I like how, like, and Morgan doesn't need to be as involved as her, but I do like how she is sort of like still involved in the show.
I think the second, if Morgan ever did want to be part of it, I think the second that she kind of like saw how low stakes it is, she would get comfortable. Because she doesn't give herself enough credit with this kind of stuff. She would totally be,
oh my god, she'd be great,
totally fine and charming on camera, and it would be fine. She just, I get it, the idea of being in front of people live is a scary thing. I 100% understand where she's coming from. That's why I've never been wanting to like pressure her into it and been like, come on, but you know, I think she knows the offer's there.
I think
she just likes having 2 hours where she doesn't have to deal with my bullshit.
Probably, yeah. It would be cool to. It would be super cool to have her as a producer, like doing the engineer stuff on the show, though.
And for people who like good music.
Because then also like we could just focus on drawing, and then she could read the comments. She could be like, "Hey, so and so says."
Yeah, that's really true. That'd be fun. All right, logging that away is officially what's going to happen.
Okay, cool. I love it.
You know how much time and effort and money and everything we spend on this channel? I look forward to, and to get nothing back, I look forward to doing more of all of that and get nothing back in the future.
At that point, though, I'm going to start fucking figuring out like advertising pushes and shit. I'll start editing highlight reels and stuff and like really trying to game the YouTube algorithm.
We're going all in at that point.
Making some tiki-talkies. Yeah, I'll like full out go all in on it.
You know, I've heard that it's easier to succeed on Twitch when you're in your 40s.
Right?
People love that.
Oh my god, people will be like, wow, so cool, these 40-year-old men on the tiki-talkies. That's what they call it.
No, I don't know. I would have a lot of fun. I picture a lot of things. I have a lot of ideas, but you know, we'll see if it ever becomes a thing.
So many ideas.
Real quick, this was a while ago, but Zenut said he's an Intuos stan. Yeah, I mean that was what I came from, and I mean I did a lot of work on those, and I think I could go back. But I love having a screen to draw on. He says, I don't need no fancy monitors. I've had both. You can go back again.
Look, I know. Look, if it really came down to it, if I was like left with no options, I could go back. However, that has not been the case, so I will not. That's
you do have an option.
I have the option, so I won't.
Yeah. Same. No, I like this. As long as this is like one of my options, I'm gonna keep doing this. But you know, if I need like a lightweight setup, I can definitely do a old tablet style.
What if I can't? I would if I could, but I can't, so I won't.
There you go. Ian, I have some things to talk about.
Yes, friend.
I consume some media.
Oh my gosh, what did you want?
We need to play the stinger.
We watched a show We did a thing. We heard a thing. We watched a thing. We played a thing. We did a thing. Oh my gosh, it's all the things you could watch, play, think, read, do, watch, maybe hear, listen, watch, maybe play, do, watch, think, read. Oh my god, they're screaming.
You played the extended version.
They're dying.
Yeah, there's a fire in the studio audience.
Oh my god.
It looks like they're putting it out. They're putting it out. Okay, we're fine.
Okay. Wow.
Glad everyone's okay.
Me too.
Yeah, you played the extended version, I see. I like it.
Was that the song? I forgot.
I don't know.
Was the bit I just did what you were hoping to get out of me when you said to do what I did?
I never know. I never know what I want or what I expect.
When you is that because you don't know what to expect out of me, or because you don't care enough to, you just sort of have that sort of innate level of trust?
I care
or
so
third
much.
Option.
So we talked about making a stinger. I didn't know that you were gonna sing one, but I was pleasantly surprised that you did, and I enjoyed it.
Okay, cool. We have talked about
what I expected to happen next. I like to set you up, put you in like kind of like a yes and situation where I don't know what you're gonna do.
I enjoy it. I think that's when I thrive. If what you can
being
call
thrown into a sticky situation.
Yeah, if you can call what happened just now thriving, then I throve.
You throve. This guy throve.
I throve indeed.
All right. So I've been talking about it for a month straight.
Oh boy.
But finally,
Alien Romulus.
We have completed the Alien series.
You've watched Romulus?
We watched Romulus.
Oh my god.
We just got back from it like 20 minutes before the show.
You watched Romulla Harris?
Romulla Harris. Watched the Xenomorphs debate the Predator. We watched it. I liked it a lot.
Oh, well.
I liked it a lot.
Man, and I went on a whole fucking rant when the trailer dropped. Great. Now I look like an idiot. Remember?
I didn't hear your rant. I don't think. Did you do it on the show?
I did it on the show. About how I was so tired of sequels and reboots and IPs and slop.
Okay. Well, you might hate this movie then, because the biggest mistake it makes is doing member berries.
Oh boy.
Where it doesn't need to.
Oh,
I think the rest of the movie still carries it enough.
Okay.
And was fun enough to overshadow that, but the biggest things I did not like about the movie were the member berries and the like rehash shit. I don't want to spoil it too much because it's still in theaters, and I don't, that seems like rude to spoil a movie that's like, I don't mind talking about a movie that's like, I can spoil Alien 1. That movie's 40 years old, but
yeah, you've had your chance.
But this one I don't want to fully spoil.
I'll be honest. I started watching the Red Letter Media video about this movie, and then when they
watched it on the way back, they were not happy about it.
I did not finish the video, so I didn't see the part where they were like, if you plan on watching this, click away. I thought about it, and then I clicked away.
Without spoiling anything, at the very end, they, how they always say, do you recommend this? They did not recommend this one. But
because they liked it in the beginning.
I do. Yeah, he said in the first 30 minutes it was fantastic, and then he hated how it went from there. And I think their complaints are valid, but I think they were so bummed out by their complaints that it overshadowed the rest so much that they couldn't enjoy it.
Right.
I enjoyed the rest, despite all the weaknesses.
Okay.
In fact, I thought this one was like, the suspense was great. Visually, it was great. There were some surprises and things in it that made me feel very entertained, very suspenseful.
I liked it.
It was really good. Yeah, very cutesy. When I finish this thing, I think my rankings now are as follows. I'm struggling I'm struggling. Okay. There's some hairy areas where I'm torn between two movies, but I think it goes. No, okay, how many movies are there? There's 7 movies. Is that right?
Oh my god, that's so many.
There's 7 movies. I mean, it's been 40 years. 40 years. Still, that's a lot of movies.
That's a lot of movies.
In 7 movies, I think
it's less times than they've rebooted Spider-Man in like the last.
It goes for me. It goes Aliens takes the first slot. That's the second one. So it goes Aliens. It goes Alien. Then my next favorite, I think, is struggle. It's between 4 or this one, honestly.
Wow.
I think. This is very important. The stakes are so high. That's why I'm struggling.
Dude, if you rank this
People
list
are
wrong,
waiting
you're gonna
on
get
bated
so many
breath to
death
hear what I have to
threats.
say. It goes 2, 1, 4. I think this one. I think this one's 3rd place for me.
Wow.
Even though they hated it at Red Letter Media. So
are you saying you disagreed with somebody's opinion?
I mean, I do disagree with them a lot, but I like that they. It's like I like that they are smart about their analysis. That's the fun part.
Yeah, they always have a good reason.
It all comes down to opinion. Like art is different for everybody.
Subjective.
But they don't just say we hated it. Ew. They explain why they hated it, and it's interesting. Yeah. So I think I go.
I like the difference of opinions too. Like I think that makes the world so much more interesting.
Yeah. 2, 1, 7, 4. Prometheus. 3, 6. There we go. You guys heard it. I'm sure you followed that too.
Make sure you write that down.
This one was fun. There's one thing I want to talk about really badly, but I shouldn't.
Did Morgan like it?
It's still in theaters. Yeah, she liked it a lot. I think she said it was like one of her favorites of the whole thing.
Nice. So there's one thing you want to talk about, but you can't because you'd be giving something away.
Mm-hmm. There's no way to beat around the bush with it, without spoiling things. And I was so surprised when it happened, in a good way. Not surprised like, I don't know. Now I feel like surprised these days is just like, wow, they brought back so and so. It wasn't that. It was
like a Super Bowl commercial.
It was just something it was not on my bingo card at all. Is the best way I can describe it. It was like,
okay,
when it happened, my mouth, my jaw was on the floor. It was a good moment in the theaters.
Tommy Lee Jones shows up as a canon shapeshifter time traveler.
He did. And it's a Men in Black crossover.
Oh my god, holy shit.
Will Smith comes up and slaps the xenomorph in the face.
That's right.
Really hard.
Says, keep your damn alien proboscis out my damn mouth.
But reading like people's opinions of this movie, it's like very split. So, take my opinion with a grain of salt. You may hate it. I really enjoyed it. I don't know. Right. It was fun. There you go. That's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to spoil it.
Alrighty, Rooney. I feel like this drawing is like done-ish.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Just gonna make one change.
I feel like it needs one more like fish or something. That fish tank's kind of empty.
I know. I was gonna do something. Not
I can help
crazy,
flesh it out a little bit. But
yeah, I feel like the people area might need some.
Oh, okay. Well, because I said your fish tank needs something. You're like, oh.
I was actually actively looking for the layer to do that. So you liked Alum?
I liked it. I think it was really fun. It's a return to form, I will say. Prometheus and Covenant are the last two over the past like 10 years, and those two were like, it doesn't necessarily like stick the landing, but the thing that I'll give it points for is it tries to do something different, And this one is totally return to form. It's like a parallel to like the others, but in a way, the first 4 Alien movies that I enjoy the most are all the same movie, just retold in different planets in different ways. You know, it's the same thing. So it's not necessarily a bad thing that it's kind of going back to it, returning to form. This one's definitely just like we're stuck on a ship with aliens. You know, back to the OG, but it works pretty well. Works pretty well, and it does some new things that I really enjoyed. But biggest criticism, they do a few things that, once again, I don't want to spoil, that are just so fucking like egregiously like fan service that it's like, ugh, ew.
They walk past the statue of
Disney owns them now, and you feel it. You feel it. It's worse than that. It's worse than that.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna spoil one because this is not a fun moment. They wanted it to be a fun moment, but it's not. Okay. At one point, a character kills an alien and says, "Stay away from her, you bitch," which is a direct quote from Alien 2, but it's not. There's no reason this character would say it. This character hasn't swore the whole movie. The context isn't there from the original movies. Like, they did it like as like a, hey, remember when she said that? Remember when Sigourney Weaver said that 40 years ago in a different movie?
Yeesh.
And it just feels so like, it's not even just like oh, that's kind of fun. Remember, that's similar. It's like straight up like the character, even it's almost like fourth wall breaking the way they say it. They drag it out and kind of like almost like, it almost feels like a nod at the camera, and it's just like, why did he do that?
That's
why
unfortunate.
Why did that character do that?
That's very unfortunate.
So stuff like that sucks. They also do I won't say who or why or what the context is, but they do that Disney thing where they bring back a dead character.
Of course.
And CGI him in, and it's the ugliest shit ever. And it's not even for any reason. There's no payoff. It's just like, hey, look who it is. It could have been any new actor, and it wouldn't have changed the movie at all, but they decided to bring someone back from the dead.
I hate that. Like
a Tupac hologram, and it's just not, there's no reason for it. And it looks nasty still. It would be one thing if the CGI actually looked like believable, but it's this weird like cartoon face that grosses you out and distracts you from like enjoying the movie.
Hey, do you remember in Free Guy when Ryan Reynolds is fighting buff Ryan Reynolds, and then he pulls out a lightsaber, and the girl goes, "Oh yeah, it's a lightsaber."
Dude, I fucking hated that movie so much, and it makes me mad that I spent money to go see it in the theater.
I'm so glad I didn't spend money to go see it, but sometimes I just think about random moments, and I'm just like, oh, I just like cringe.
That movie made me feel the way I felt when I was like 12 years old and didn't have access to internet reviews of video games and bought Sonic Heroes for the PlayStation with the only $50 I had that was probably from like a birthday that I had been saving for like a year just to like and buy like one thing a year. It was betrayal. It felt like I felt like I had been cheated by the universe. That's how that movie made me feel. Like reviews were like pretty okay, and then I went and saw it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, I
was mad. That movie made me mad. Some movies make me feel nothing. That movie made me feel like that would have been I wish I would have walked out of it, and I sat through it all.
I just think at like specific like random moments from that movie, and I'm just like overcome with like cringe, and I have to like stop. It's like that.
Yes.
You know that GIF that people post on the internet of like Akira, where he's like going through the tunnel, and like his brain is getting like those flashes, and he's like you know?
Yeah.
That's what it is for me with Free Guy. Is I'm just walking through the tunnel.
That movie is, if they like found a way to like, okay, so you know like the plot of, you're gonna know where I'm going with this right away, but you know the plot of Monsters Inc. How their energy is bottling fear.
Yes.
I feel like that movie is like a machine to like cultivate cringe. Because it made me feel embarrassed to be like,
oh man, it made
a
me
witness to it.
It made me feel embarrassed to have played video games. It made me feel embarrassed to like movies, and it made me feel embarrassed
to be a human.
It made me feel embarrassed to be a human. Is the third thing I was gonna say.
Yeah, that movie was awful.
I was like, damn, humans made this shit? That's fucking embarrassing. Like, maybe we should go extinct. Fuck.
Yeah, it's time. You know.
You know what's fucked up is I got paid.
Welcome on this planet.
Yeah, I got paid $15 when I was writing articles for Game Rant. I got paid $15 to, like, when the movie hadn't released yet and, like, it had just done, like, a preview trailer, but I got paid, like, $15 to essentially, like, write an article about, like, how, oh, this might be the best video game movie. And I, like, didn't believe a fucking word of what I wrote, but I needed $15, so I did it. It's like, oh, maybe this will be the best video game movie because it's not about a specific video game, it's just about video game.
Bro, I'm in sales, so that's my whole life, is selling my dignity for just lying. Like, Mikhail can come up and be the worst people in the world, and I'll, like, schmooze with them and be like, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, wow. Like, those are some nice white hoods you have there.
I had a table come in this week, and they were like, we own a restaurant. And they no, I wouldn't go that far. But here's an example. Today, or this week, I had a table come in, and it was two people, a couple. Mm-hmm. And for anybody in the chat who might not know, I'm a server. And they came in and they were like, we own a restaurant. So this is relevant to me. And then they proceeded to talk about how they're like, wow, you guys do such a good job. My staff doesn't do shit. Every time I come in, I, like, force them to, like, scrub something or clean or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, and even though I know, as somebody who works in a restaurant industry where they only pay you $3 an hour, and you're basically only getting paid by your tips, you're not getting paid by the restaurant. And that's a messed up system to begin with. So, like, when they ask you to, like, clean and shit, you're basically doing it for free.
Yeah.
And they have you in a disadvantage, so you kind of have to do it. So even me knowing how fucked up the whole situation is, I'm like, oh, man. Oh, no one wants to work anymore these days. Like, fully just being the thing I hate the most.
What a bunch of lazy bones.
And that was so that I could sap. You know, we're all just leeches on rich people, unfortunately. Yeah. As much as I don't want to be. I'm just trying to get their money. So I say whatever they want to hear, throw my dignity in the trash, and then I have to, like, look myself in the mirror and look at what you become, you trash.
Welcome to modern society.
So yeah, so there you go. This is
cool stuff. Love it.
I understand.
Love
it. It feels good.
Yeah,
feels good.
Feels good, man. Feels good, man. Nice. I like that eel you're drawing.
I think. Yeah, I just want to flesh out the space, and then I think we should go to a break after that.
I was gonna say we should do a break, and then we should play a game. Or something, or I don't know.
Okay.
Like do a thing. Yeah. I don't know. It's like we never finish a title card so quick. So I'm like, I don't know what we do.
It's true. We've been getting faster because we don't have a specific plan in mind. We just start drawing the last few times.
And it's been working out great.
Yeah, I like both. I like to, like, have some nice composition thing, but at the same time, this has been really fun. And I think there's room for both.
Yeah, I mean, we never need to hold ourselves down to a specific rule, because I think rules are nice to have, but that there's always a time and place to break a rule.
You know what I learned in the Bad Boys Club? Rules are meant to be broken, brother.
Oh, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Like...
Wait, 1 sec. Let me set this up 1 sec. Where is it? Rules are meant to be broken. No, that was the wrong button.
I dropped the thing. I pressed the wrong button. Sorry, go ahead. We're fixed now.
That was what. Rules are meant to be broken. Yeah. Rules are meant to be broken.
We won't get, like, DMCA'd for that 3-second clip of
it's too short. It's too short.
That we won't get fooled again. Did they ever get fooled again?
I feel like they got fooled a lot of episodes.
I feel like Brexit fooled them. Oh, you're talking about Miami CSI. I was talking about
I was talking about the crime investigators.
Crime, CSI, my Miami style. Yeah.
Miami, more like murder.
Miami. And remember when that was like a big joke on the internet, was CSI Miami's like puns and things like that?
Yeah.
Kind of enjoyed that. That was a fun meme.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun thing for a show that takes itself way too serious to do all the time.
Yeah. Pretty
like,
crazy.
It's almost like the 2000s era of media was like cheesy on purpose. They kind of had that locked down in a good like, sweet spot where you were like, nah, that was so dumb, that was awesome. Like, they kind of knew what they were doing in that regard. And I miss it.
I do too. I miss the lack of self-awareness, you know?
Yeah.
I know what you said, it kind of makes it sound like they were self-aware, but they weren't, and that's why it was so good.
I don't think they were. I think if they were, it would have not been as good. Yeah.
Exactly. So I miss the lack of self-awareness. I miss all media is just so meta and like aware of itself and its influences and stuff nowadays. I kind of miss, like, I feel like you could watch any movie from like the 90s. It could be like an action movie, it could be like an adventure movie, it could be like the Goonies or something like that, and like it kind of have like, you could almost feel like the starry-eyed wonder of the people who made the movie as they're like making it, and I feel like you just don't get that a lot anymore. I feel like I watch a 90s movie and I can feel starry-eyed wonder somehow. Does that make sense? I don't know why
I think that makes sense. I feel like everything's too self-aware and too like run through the gamut of like making sure it's going to be like that all crowds will enjoy it equally. Yeah. No parties will enjoy this more than other parties. It's going to be an equal experience where we all feel represented and we all feel happy. And that's not me even being like, pronouns!
Dude,
like
do you hate woke stuff, dude? Like, no, are you
I don't
against...
mind. I like representation, but we can take turns, right? There can be a movie where somebody who's not like me gets more screen time. It doesn't have to be like a fully diverse cast and they all equally have a piece of the pie each time.
Right.
I mean, across the grand scheme, that's a good thing. But per piece of media, I can watch somebody who's nothing like me go through an experience and tell a story, and that's great too. It doesn't have to be like every single demographic has to feel like this story is relevant to them in an equal way.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like also I had something. I had to piggyback off of what you were saying. I forget it now. I'm so sorry. Oh,
well, if it comes back to you can talk.
Oh, there can be bad guys too. Like there's a lot of things nowadays where it's like the bad guy is just misunderstood and actually means well, but they're like just, you know, you just found them at a bad time in their life, at a bad juncture, and it's like, no, like, put some real fucking monsters in movies again. I want a bad person.
Yeah. It's a fun... I think they've gotten better at, like, showing that people are dynamic and showing, like,
gray areas,
human sides of a bad person that is still, without a question, bad at the end of the day. I think that makes a character more interesting, but it is fun to just make somebody who's just evil for the sake of being evil. Although it's
give me
a
little more
cartoonish now when you see that.
Yeah. Give me some cartoon movies again. Like, all live action has been so realistic. Like, I feel like this day and age of the internet of people. I feel like also we should continue this conversation after the break. We're never gonna go on break if we continue having this conversation.
You're right. All right, we'll go on break. I'm gonna run a quick ad, and then we'll be back in a few minutes and finish up the show.
Sounds great. Okay, bye. Wow, we're back. Oh, hold on.
Oh my God.
There we go. Wow, we're back.
Oh my God. Stop it. Stop it. You guys. Okay, good. They stopped it. Oh, you're muted.
I know. I was blowing my nose.
I know, but you were talking after, and it was.
I know, because I was actually saying, I wonder if you can hear me.
I couldn't.
Good.
In case you were wondering, could not hear you.
I'm glad to hear it. Okay. We have time. Let's play a game, shall we?
Yes.
What should we,
Bring the list up, or just you want me to grab the list?
I have the list.
I can think of like ones we've done, and I can like pick one of those. But like I don't know, like there's the one where we take the oh my god, tank on the fridge.
That's John.
There's John on the fridge. Are you showing a video?
I was trying to pull up our game ideas.
The list. We could. There's the one where we take sprites. That's always fun.
That is a fun one.
We could do a rock paper pencil. I don't know, unless you have any like new ones that we haven't done.
I mean, we haven't done most of these, in all honesty.
But, I know, but if any of them are like jumping out at you, I'm game for anything.
Some water everywhere, but not a drop to drink, you know?
Right.
I should just like roll a dice and have it force us to pick, like, play one, you know?
Yeah, we should. That's what we should do. We should. Okay, that's another thing I'm adding to our list of many things. One of these days, when we're off air, let's tighten up the list a little bit, and then let's put them on a wheel. And then we'll spin the wheel and play a game on the show. That'll be a fun thing we can do.
Perfect.
And we'll take out this time that we always waste trying to decide which to do.
I love it. I think that's perfect.
We're going to do that.
All right. I mean, in the meantime, I'm going to have Google roll a D47.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Roll a D47. Okay, 28.
Alright, I'll count down the list.
Draw the mascot that you think a team would have, then compare to the original.
Oh, okay. So we need an obscure team that's not obvious. I mean, we don't necessarily.
I don't know teams. Let's. I'm gonna go to hockey.
Yeah, I guess they're all
teams.
Okay. Just look up the name. Don't get logos.
Or like mascots, because like, or I guess we don't need it. Like we don't need to do the comparing.
We don't want to see them until the end.
Yeah, but we don't need to compare them to the original mascot. Like I'm thinking like the mascots.
That's the end of the game.
I know, but like we don't. Does every team have a mascot though, or do we have to find specifically which teams have mascots?
I don't know.
Here, I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. Okay, I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. Actually, I usually do Bing.
So, I actually found Wikipedia has a list of all hockey mascots.
Perfect.
I could pick one without looking at the picture.
I like that.
I'm gonna list. So, Anaheim Ducks, Boston Bruins, Buffalo Sabres, Calgary Flames. Okay, are we doing the same one?
No.
Okay. Calgary Flames, Carolina Hurricanes, Chicago Blackhawks.
I'm picking
Colorado
the Sabres,
Avalanche.
so you can pick whichever one you want to do.
Columbus Blue Jackets. I'll do the Blue Jackets.
All right. Mine's the Calgary Sabres. You said.
Ooh. All right, I'm glad. Hold on. Yes, you are the Buffalo Sabre.
Buffalo Sabres.
I'm the Columbus Blue Jackets. Hold on. I gotta fix my sound. It's doing something weird.
Oh no.
Test. Do you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Are you good? Are you all
yeah,
set?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I just had to unplug my thingy. Replug my thingy.
Well, I'm glad you're back.
Buffalo Sabres. The Columbus Blue Jackets.
Okay. I'm ready to start. I'm gonna hide your layers.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Top K, I'm loving the new DrawBomb musics. I haven't gotten to hear some of them. Cool. I actually haven't touched the music in quite a while. So any new songs? I probably
Sometimes
added
the
them.
RNG doesn't, you don't hear some as many as others.
Yeah. I think I did add some songs like a few months ago. I want to say like 5 months ago or something like that. But it's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Cool. Well, either way, we appreciate it. Most of those are all of them are produced by you. Is that right?
Yes, every single one.
Okay, I didn't know if there was any rogue ones in there.
No, not by me.
Hell yeah.
A lot of them are not made specifically for the
great
show. I just threw a lot of like just random songs that I made in the mix. All right, so.
I have a story to tell you.
Okay, please.
It's so this room, this camera. I'll move my camera around a little bit, but this is like my studio as well as my like office and all this stuff. And I basically like me and my wife each have like a spare room to kind of do whatever we want with, which is fun. Because I don't know, I'm a man child. I have a lot of stupid shit, and like it's not. I also, as much as I appreciate like collecting stuff and like putting up weird stuff and embracing weird art, I don't think it needs to be throughout the whole house like a fun house. I also can appreciate like a cozy, like nice decor type thing. So I've always had this shit. My bedrooms, when I only like had one room out of the house growing up and stuff, was always like a bunch of crap. And when I moved in with my girlfriend, who's now my wife, I kind of put a lot of it away because I could appreciate the fact that it doesn't need to be like throughout a whole house. I don't need to like Pee-wee's Playhouse. It's not that I've been forced to do this.
You've chosen.
I also like the space to look nice. But now that I have this room, I can kind of just go wild in here and do a bunch of stupid stuff. And I know I have the background blurred a little bit, but you can see I have like stuff all over the walls, and I'm always adding more. And that's just one wall. I have more walls that are filled with stuff. And so I'm always looking for new stuff. And my most recent one, which you can see right here, is I found a Big Mouth bass on Buy Sell Trade, and I'm like, that's stupid, but very like nostalgic, because I don't know if we have anybody under 30 in our chat, but if we do, there's this weird thing that occurred in the I don't know what, early 2000s. I want to say
it was like late
1990s.
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s at least.
Where this weird, like these kinds of products happen all the time, but for some reason, this one took this nation by storm. And when I say that, like, everybody knew at least like 10 people who own this fish that sings 2 songs.
I knew at least one.
And it was just weirdly popular. I don't know why. Anyways, it's just like this nostalgic thing that's like super tacky, but like also like so familiar.
Yeah.
Anyways, so now there's nothing rare about them. They're everywhere because everybody had one at one point. So when I was just like, it just popped in my head, this thing, and I'm like, I want one. So I looked on buy sell trade, like Facebook Marketplace, and there was like 30 of them available. One guy was selling one for $5, and he lived right near me. Or $5. Is that what I said? Did I say $5?
You said $5.
Okay, my brain for some reason thought I said $30, and I'm like, I can't let people think that I said
30.
That I bought this thing for $30.
I don't think you said $30. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. I think I
was kind of in my own world trying to figure out these boots. In all honesty, I'm so sorry.
Me too. So much apparently that I wasn't even hearing myself talk. Anyways, so I bought it for $5. I feel like the record needs to show what I spent on a fish that sings 10 seconds of "Don't Worry, Be Happy" and "Take Me to the River." So the guy's like, when you buy, have you bought things on like a Facebook Marketplace or like a buy sell trade type thing? Okay, so let me explain how this works. Nobody wants crazy people come to their house, right? Like, I don't. So when you sell something, I've sold things, I've bought things on these platforms, and you don't meet at your house. Some people do, but I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you're gonna get. And so most people are like, let's have a mutual meeting place. Like, can you go to the like McDonald's on the street, and we'll meet in the parking lot, and we'll trade this thing off, and then we'll both go our merry little ways.
Right.
So this guy's like, meet me at I live in a town called Holland. I'm gonna dox myself. Meet me at the Holland Pizza Ranch. Is Pizza Ranch something that you have over by you? I think the answer is no. Okay. So what Pizza Ranch is? Pizza Ranch is a no, they're all over Michigan, West Michigan.
They're a business also, so they actually doxing them is called giving.
Oh yeah,
they
want to get doxed.
Yeah.
Pizza Ranch is a pizza buffet restaurant. I've never been to it, but they're all over here.
Okay.
Yes.
Pizza buffet, you say?
Anyways, yes.
Like you could, like all you can eat slices of pizza.
All you can eat pizza.
Oh my god, I want this. I want this.
I've never been there. I should go and report back.
Fuck.
So this man in like the chat, very like.
Next time I visit you, we're going there.
All right, let's do it. I'm down. I can't wait to have diarrhea simultaneously with you. You know, it'll bond us even closer.
I'll bring my I'll bring my Lactaid.
There you go. So this man, very just like matter of factly, is like, Pizza Ranch, 12 o'clock, Holland, and I'm like, okay, see you there. I want my fish. Okay, so the day rolls up. We both go to this place. I pull into this parking lot. The Pizza Ranch is not opened yet. So there is, the business is closed. Parking lot is empty. I pull in. There's one other car in the parking lot, and it's the man. I pull my car up. It is worth mentioning, there is another man in the parking lot, but he's working for some company that his job is to clean the parking lot. He's out there with like a power washer, just like scrubbing the parking lot. We both get out of our cars at the same time. This man starts walking towards me. I start walking towards him. I think the idea that the guy had was, I'm going to press the buttons so that this guy knows that the thing works. I'm not giving him a broken Billy Bass, right?
Yeah.
So what that transpires into is me and this old man walking towards each other across the parking lot. He's holding the fish outright in his arms facing me while it sings, "Don't Worry, Be Happy." I walk up to him. I hand him $5. He hands me the fish. no words are exchanged, weirdly enough, and we both turn back and get in our cars. And I turned, the weirdness of the situation like struck me, and I looked back to see the man who was power washing the parking lot had now stopped power washing, was just staring at what just went down with awe and confusion. And then we both left in our cars, and that guy was just staring like he just witnessed the weirdest drug deal of all time.
There was cocaine in the mouth of that fish.
The fish was singing. That's what made it so like it felt like a scene out of something. Like I had to just sit in my car and laugh.
You have to write that. That could be our sketch. Is just that scene.
Yeah. Before I drove away, I had to just laugh at the weirdness of the situation because it struck me as I sat back down in my car that just like the fish is singing the song as two men are walking across the parking lot at each other to hand it off.
That's what I'm gonna do. Is for our first sketch where we do better animation, I will take the audio of you regaling us this story, and then I will edit it down into like 2 minutes, and then we'll animate it. We'll call it True Stories with Brandon.
There you go. But yeah, so that's it. And now I have the fish. It's on my wall.
Well, that is something.
It is something. You're right.
Well, I enjoyed that story, Brandon. Thank you for telling us.
No problem.
Do you have any other notes to add?
No. The fish works. Did great experience from that seller. 5 stars.
Yeah. Did you rate them? Did you like go on the Facebook Market?
I did. I went back and gave them a thumbs up.
Nice. You know, honestly, the fact that you didn't have to speak with them just goes to show the efficacy. Just goes to show the efficacy of like his attempt to show off that the big mouth Billy Bass still functions.
You let the fish do the singing for itself, you know.
The fish did the talking for him.
It did, and I like.
It said, "Don't worry, be happy," and you worry because you got your fish, and you were not.
I didn't worry. And I was happy.
Yeah.
I like that me and him were on the same page. I didn't want to talk to him any more than he wanted to talk to me.
You know?
He made $5 that day. I earned a fish.
There was not enough money being exchanged for words to be spoken. Like that was not...
That's true. One could argue there wasn't enough money being exchanged to drive to a pizza ranch to hand off a fish. I think for $5 I would have thrown the fish in the trash, but this man wanted it to go into some other hands. To the point where I almost even hesitated and thought about like, is this haunted?
Right.
Is he trying to get rid of it? Is this like a mask situation where he throws it away and it appears back in his apartment?
I mean, we don't know if it's not yet.
We don't. It hasn't sang anything in Latin yet. It's just... It hasn't moved unless I press the button, which is what you want out of these things.
That is what you want out of it. Maybe, I mean, I respect that the guy didn't want the plastic to end up in a landfill. Like, he wanted that big mouth to sing a few more songs before ending up in a dirt, you know?
Yeah,
and I respect that.
This Billy's concert is not over. He's going to regale his 2 songs to many more audiences.
God bless him.
Yeah, so now I have this piece of plastic on my wall, and I'm happy to be the new owner of it.
Cool. So overall, so did you use Facebook Marketplace? Was that the website that you did use?
Yep. I've used it many times.
I've heard good things. I've heard bad things.
You can find, well, yeah. I mean, you can deal with crazy people or whatever, so you never know. But you get stuff for really cheap.
I love that. I love when that happens.
Yeah. It's like a garage sale, but it's curated. You can search for items rather than... I don't know if you're someone who like... I enjoy a garage sale. The only issue with them is that you go and you go to 10 of them, and 9 of them are like tables of like baby clothes and trash, and then one of them has cool shit. This like speeds up the process, you know? Yeah. You know what you're getting. Great.
You know, I do like going to the thrift store. I always enjoyed going to my local thrift store in Philly. I would definitely always get my Halloween costumes from there, but I'd use it as an excuse to just like look around at other stuff. I love
secondhand stuff. It's cool because it's like it's a win-win. Somebody's getting rid of some stuff that's taking up space. You're getting something for a cheap price, and you don't have to like give Walmart any money.
Exactly. And you're sort of you're reusing material, so it's like it's not wasteful. It's the opposite of wasteful in consumerist practices. Yeah.
So I don't know. I like to do that, and you can find some good stuff on there because a lot of times people are just like having it out of their hair is worth them not making like a profit or anything. They're just like, this thing's taking up space. I want to get rid of it. Find somebody who wants it. And, I don't know. You go anywhere else on the internet and people are like, I bought 30 of this thing so that I could try to like sell it online for a profit. It just gets lame and annoying and marked up. And I don't know. This is just like the last bastion of just people like exchanging junk for cheap.
Yeah. I'm glad that's still there. I'm glad that people can still exchange junk for cheap.
How's your drawing coming?
I'm just about done with the line art. Because I'm drawing like a...
Just got to coloring.
You just got the coloring? I was hoping to be at coloring by now, but I'm instead doing the finalized line art because I did an underdrawing first.
I'm excited to see what mine actually is. Because
me too.
I have no idea. I picked one that I exclusively would have no idea what the real thing would be.
I feel like I'm on the money.
The eagles, and I'm like, well, that's gonna be an eagle.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. This one I don't know what it's gonna be, so I'm excited to see.
Mine was kind of vague, but I feel like I had an idea for what the mascot would be. And I feel like I'm on the money.
Sabers. It's gonna be one of two things for you. It's gonna be either a sword that dances around, or it's gonna be a tiger.
You know what's funny is you're incorrect on like what I picked to draw.
Oh, awesome! Even better. I'm just saying what I would have guessed a saber is going to be. It's either gonna be a saber-toothed tiger, or it's gonna be
it's either gonna be
or like a sword.
It's either gonna be a saber-toothed tiger, or it's gonna be what I'm drawing.
So my answer of it could be a sword is wrong. It can't be a sword.
Oh, it could be a sword too, I guess. But
fuck you.
Okay. I didn't mean to bring hostility into this, but
too late. Son of a bitch.
Oh, jeez. And let's see. What's your things called again?
We're the Blue Jackets.
Okay. Interesting. If I had to guess, it's a bird.
A bird. I didn't even think about that. Why do you
so
say
either
that?
a bird or it's like a I don't know. That's just all I can think of when like a blue jacket. Like there's no bug. Like there's yellow jackets, but there's no blue jackets.
Oh fuck.
What?
That's what it's gonna be, isn't it? It's gonna be like a bee.
Like a blue bee?
Oh shit. That's totally what's gonna be. I'm drawing.
What are you drawing?
Mine's gonna be so stupid now. I don't want to spoil it.
What are you drawing? You don't want to spoil it? Okay,
Wait till you see it.
Okay. Yeah, yours might be like a fucking yellow jacket, but it's blue. But that's like an like they made up a new bug for their mascot. Like if that's the case. I think it is that. I think I'm thinking now, and I feel like I've seen that mascot.
It's going to be that. No, I know.
And he's like wearing a shirt. I'm picturing he's like wearing a shirt. You know.
It's so obvious now, and I did not draw that at all.
Oh Jesus! What did you draw? Like a person wearing a giant blue jacket?
Yes, of course I did. Of course I drew a person wearing a giant blue jacket.
Are you shitting me? I can just look over at the OBS window right now and I would know, but I'm not going to.
Good.
That's so fucking funny.
That's exactly what I drew.
No shit. Oh my god.
In my defense, I knew that wouldn't be correct. I just thought it'd be fun.
I have a question to ask you.
Go ahead.
If I've simultaneously guessed what your team's mascot actually is, what you are drawing, and also what my team's mascot actually is, which is what I think I'm drawing, something along the lines of
in the mascot designing industry.
Does that mean does that make me like a super genius, or like some kind of like mind reader, or
It means you should be in the mascot industry. Unfortunately, like, the market is not that poppin' because people will make a mascot and then they'll keep it for 100 years. Even if it becomes racist, they'll still hold on to it with everything they have.
They've been clinging on tight to that one. And, so
it's hard to get new mascots in there, you know.
It's rough to see that one too, man. I tell you what.
I think there's more than one.
Well, yeah, but I think we're definitely thinking of a very specific one.
I'm almost done.
Okay, I've almost finished the lines on mine. I feel like I could probably color mine fast. I can probably finish mine. If I don't talk, I can probably finish this guy in the next...
You're good. You got like 5 to 10 minutes.
That's all I need.
You can go through like plugs and stuff while you're... Speaking of which, do you have anything to plug, or do you need to focus right now?
I kind of want to focus just a little bit.
Alright, you focus. I don't have anything to plug, unfortunately, because I'm terrible at this. I need to start prepping.
I have like 3 tabs open for videos like that are proper cartoons that I want to watch. But I haven't watched them yet, so I can't.
Can't with good conscience give them any kind of vouch.
But I have just now figured out what I would plug if I was going to plug right now.
Okay. You're like, I can't just give that out haphazardly. This is like Oprah's book club. People are dying to know what you think, and if you throw out a bad rep, then that's going to reflect badly on you.
That's right. I'm gonna have to yell at you like the Million Little Pieces guy.
How could you do this to me?
I trusted you.
Turn me into a mockery.
I trusted you that you did all those drugs.
You're healthy? Ugh. Ugh.
That is kind of weird. Like, that's the one time you can yell at a person for not being on drugs their whole life.
I mean, I guess you can. Still, she looked like the weirdo in that situation. Whatever, who cares? You lied in your book? Oh no.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, it depends. Like, if you got it categorized as like nonfiction, like I feel like that's very like.
I don't care that much unless you're like, your book is meant to be like, grow from my example.
I think it was.
That's kind of annoying.
I think that was the point. I think it was.
That's why I'm like agreeing with you. But like,
okay.
Normally, if you're just like, it's like I'm not like if I find out a comedian didn't actually.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't actually like come all over your stove?
Yeah. The story's good and you tell it like it's true. I don't care if it's true or not. But if it is the context of like, use my experience to grow as I pass.
Yeah.
That's.
God damn it! You haven't been on drugs your whole life, you fuck.
You're not even interesting.
God. You'll never work in this town again.
And then we'll talk.
You mean you haven't stolen? You haven't done terrible things to everyone you know and love? You piece of shit.
Boo. Boo.
Boo this man.
What's that?
That's good.
More aggressive.
It sounds like a highway at first, and it turns into... Just like a fear for my life. Those people sound like they could get violent any moment.
Yeah, they're ready. All we need is one person to throw something.
Exactly.
All out war.
Alright, I'm almost done with the line art. Color will go much quicker. It's just always line art is always. I'm always so like doing shit over, trying to get the perfect line. I also feel like I have issues with like scale a lot. Like I'm always like drawing shit too improperly sized for other aspects of the drawing.
Okay, so
yes,
I don't have anything to plug if that's what you're about to ask. But
I was gonna ask
if you had to rate a percentage of how close you think you are to the real thing, what do you say?
85%.
Okay. All right.
Least.
I would say under 5%.
What maybe, are you looking at the stream right now?
Maybe 2. No, I'm saying for myself.
Oh, okay.
I would say 1.5% maybe. Like if maybe this bee that it's definitely going to be is wearing a jacket similar to this one, but I'm guessing not even close.
I feel like I've seen the mascot that you're supposed to be drawing, and I feel like he's a big blue, like yellow jacket who's wearing a t-shirt and like gloves and shoes, and he's like.
So there is the Chicago Hornets that maybe you're thinking of.
That might be who I'm.
Or not Chicago, Charlotte Hornets. And they're like green bees, but this is
no,
that's
I'm not
basketball.
thinking of that. Maybe I don't know. We'll find out.
I do think it's gonna be a bee though. Like the moment you said yellow jacket, my brain like clicked into place, and I was like, oh fuck, I blew it.
That's so funny. Okay, I finished the line art. I'm now going to be moving on to the colors. Should be quick.
Good.
Have you finished your drawing? Like, are you done?
I'm gonna start getting the images ready.
Okay.
To post once we.
Oh, cool. So you'll be like ready to do the reveals for us. Awesome. I appreciate you getting that ready for us. Studio audience. That's not playing right now. I know it's coming up soon. I kind of.
All right, I'm not even close.
Of course.
But I do have complaints about the design they have chosen. We'll get into that.
Okay.
Shortly.
Okay. I am very close to finishing coloring already. Have you queued up?
Den says that would be a very funny cartoon. I think he's talking about the really big mouth bass exchange.
Oh yeah.
It was real. It was a real thing, and it felt like a cartoon.
I feel like that's why it would make a great cartoon.
There you go. What were you asking? Have I queued up what?
Oh, I was asking if you've queued up my character yet.
Yeah, I got stuff ready. As soon as I see your stuff, and as soon as you're done and I reveal it, I guess I can look at yours now, unless you don't want me to yet. I'll wait till you're done.
Yeah, I guess we always do look at each other's at the same time to get that.
But I got the real ones ready to go.
Good. And yours is not close, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Okay. Alright, I'm getting there. I'm so close. I'm so sorry this is taking me so long.
Okay. In the meantime, since we're kind of to the end, we're just gonna do this reveal. I just want to say thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks, Mantra Big, Z-Newts, Lotus Clock, Leviathan Den. We appreciate you for tuning in for another week.
Yeah.
Hanging out with us. We love you.
I am ready to do plugs now. I have hit the outro button and I checked and it doesn't change the colors of our drawing, so I'm happy to say that. So we can properly just.
Oh, cool! That's a nice change.
Well, I think it's never been like that because I haven't touched the outro since I set it up. So.
What? You muted out a little bit.
Oh, I guess that was just some foresight I had because I've never actually touched the outro ever since I set it up. So I must have just been smart enough to not.
Oh. I feel like it's made some things pink. Maybe it was just when we were working in our emotes last time.
I think it was because of the way it's set up to capture the Discord screen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Boy howdy. Tell you what though, I'm ready to plug. So first thing I'm gonna plug is once again Rhett and Link's Wonderhole. They've still coming out with episodes and they're great. I watched the peanut butter chopping down a tree one, and goddamn if that one doesn't make you want to cry. It's so good. But the also
I've watched 2 of them so far and I like them a lot. I'm gonna keep going.
Cool. Yeah, I like how real the second one ends too, but like the rest of it's really funny and like the acting in it is like solid. Like they're clearly doing like written scenes, but they're making it feel very natural with how they're like doing the interactions and stuff like that. It's quite impressive. And I like the production value of it. I think it's cool to see that kind of stuff done for YouTube. But yeah, Rhett and Link's Wonderhole, very cool stuff. I also recommend. Shit, I had it and I forgot it. Son of a bitch. I mentioned earlier that I had figured out what I was gonna plug, but I forgot.
Don't like it that much.
Guess not. Jeez. The hell. If I can think of it, I'll tell you guys. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. If I can think of it, I'll tell you guys before the day is done. I'm coloring one final part of this this mascot drawing, and then I'm done. I promise. I did watch this crazy cartoon, not cartoon, this crazy video on YouTube. It's somebody made like a fake 50s movie trailer for Super Smash Brothers using AI fucking video.
Was it AI?
Yeah. Pretty wild, man.
I'm pretty convinced that's the only thing. I'm sure it will keep getting better.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but the only good thing AI video can do right now is give you like barely animated stills of if they took something that exists now and made it in the 50s.
Yeah, like that.
It's the
Mario...
only thing that I keep seeing where I'm like, oh, that's cool, but they've done it like 100 times with different things. It's like Harry Potter in the 50s, and like they keep doing that same bit, and it works. But I haven't seen it do many other things where I'm like, ooh.
Right.
But there were some good ones in there, some good designs.
Jay shared one in the Deadlock chat that we have. That was quite interesting, but I thought the Super Smash Bros. One was really interesting. I liked how Mario looked in it.
Yeah, he's a good one. I liked Bowser. It just looks like a big snapping turtle shooting fire out of his mouth or something.
I like that one. There was one other one. Some of the human characters looked very interesting because they would like make the eyes big and anime looking, but it would like not look weird at all like all the time. Like I thought Zelda looked kind of cool with that like look, even though like she looked very not real, but like it didn't hit Uncanny Valley, which was interesting, like because her proportions were so like not.
I forget which character it was. I think it was Ganondorf or somebody, but he had a Kirby on his shoulder that was really fun.
Yeah.
Like a little tiny Kirby that looked like really like kind of like shitty, but.
But Yoshi was super
Kirby
fun.
would look in live action.
Yoshi being
look
like.
At it again. I don't remember.
Yoshi was like stop motion puppet, like really janky looking, like almost Rankin Bass, but like worse. And I thought that was really cool. Damn, I don't remember the fucking video I was gonna recommend to people. That sucks.
So instead, you recommended an AI video to them.
I guess I did. What the hell, man?
You're just racing towards being out of a job, huh?
Jesus, I guess so.
Sprinting there.
Sprinting towards obsolescence. I finished my drawing.
Okay. I'm gonna make it visible. Oh, I like it. He looks like a mascot. I didn't think about like a man inside my costume. I got too carried away with his design that no one could physically be in there unless he's on like stilts or something.
I like it, but yeah, I was like, I guess I was just about to ask, like, have you considered?
It could not contain a person successfully.
Okay. So
I just wonder, like, I thought the joke would be funny if it was like the jacket is the focus and the character inside is is almost like plain. Was like the idea that I had.
The Greendale
stop
humans.
To think about like someone. Yeah, exactly. But I like yours. Yours definitely feels like a mascot. Definitely feels like it could be correct. But it definitely is not.
Oh no!
So let's go ahead and drop the first reveal.
Oh boy, is it yours? Please reveal yours.
You want me to reveal mine first?
I want to see yours first. Yeah.
All right, I'll do mine first.
Because there's just been so much discussion about.
Sure. This is the Columbus Blue Jackets. Let me get it sized up in a way. Put it in the middle, and then we can delete it.
Well, yeah, put it small in like the corner of your screen. Oh my gosh.
So why is he green?
What the hell? Wow, that's awful looking. He's not even. I hate him.
I mean, I like certain aspects of it. Okay, I will say, the teeth are fun.
The teeth are fun.
You never see mascots that look like they don't feel. Mostly, they don't show emotions besides like
happy.
So it's fun to see one that looks like he's like
taking a shit.
Gonna come kick your ass, or he's taking a shit. He specifically looks like he's taking a shit because this guy's squatted. But
yeah,
he's green. He should at least be blue. Rip off.
That is confusing.
Leave these in the shot for the saving.
You put them in like put it like small and in the corner because it'd be nice to have the comparison. I think.
I will. Oops. I'll get it this time. I'll do it this time.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah. All right.
So mine is not correct at all. How?
Correct.
What percentage would you give it?
You're as close as I am.
Oh no. It was a giant walking around sword, wasn't it?
No.
No. Was it a fourth option? Oh, what? Oh, it was a saber-toothed tiger. Okay.
He has a sword on his shirt, I guess.
He does.
So that gives you probably 1 point.
Wow. That is.
You're closer than mine because there is a sword. Mine has nothing in common. It's not even blue. It's a saber-toothed tiger. There's a saber on his shirt. I just noticed. That's about where it ends.
Well. This is why we played this game. This is why I queued it up in the list of potential games.
It'd be less fun if we nailed it.
Yes, you're right. Well, nicely done then. We did it. You probably fit it to the left
option.
Actually works too. Okay, that's fine. I like it actually.
I just had to cut his shoe a little. Yeah.
Yeah, them being in the center is nice because then we can like it adds a flow to the look of things. Okay.
There it is, guys.
Well,
thanks everybody for watching another episode.
Yeah.
Of the DrawBomb.
The DrawBomb. Give me a sec. Let me just see if I can find. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna see if I can find that fucking video I was gonna recommend people.
Okay.
Must be in my history.
Leviathan Den says, "Great show."
Thank you.
No, you are.
Thank you. Oh,
thanks for joining us.
So this isn't like a cartoon, but I will say, like Fox did a video recently about Star Wars that was really funny, where it was like every planet on Star Wars is like this. Oh yes, I remember the person I was gonna recommend now. Okay, you ready? Are you ready for this one? You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I've been ready, man.
Okay. So the person's name is Andyland Channel. They mostly make formats on YouTube, videos that are formatted for shorts. But they've done other things, but their shorts are very good. A lot of really cool animation things in them. Some of them are really interesting and cool. I like Stamped a lot. Piracy is really fun and has some really cool animation in it. There's one that's like called Red and Yellow. That one's pretty good. Just a lot of really good animation. I recommend checking out Andyland Channel.
Andyland Channel.
Yes, all one word.
Okay. Amazing.
They've got 1 million subscribers, so they don't need my help from a fucking YouTube or from a Twitch channel that has nobody watching it right now on episode 192.
It's still fun to be like, you know, pitching things that you like.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, Brian David Gilbert released a new song recently, and also released his pilot for a kids show concept. And it's got puppets and shit. So I recommend. I mean, Brian David Gilbert is just great in general. So I'd recommend checking out Brian David Gilbert's channel. But that's it, everybody. I'm good now. I can go home. Goodbye. Good night.
You're already home.
Oh yeah. Well, good night then, everybody.
Hey, call me when you get. Text me when you get home.
Okay.
Make sure you get there safe.
All right. Hey. Okay. 1 sec.
Everybody in the chat, text me when you get home as well.
Yeah. Give me 1 sec. 1 sec.
All right. Probably can't hear the fish singing his beautiful songs.
Nor can they? They can kind. It's kind of coming through, and they can kind of see it.
You almost can't see him moving either. But gosh, he is so lively. You'd think the fish was alive, even though he's mounted. That's the fun of it. It's crazy.
His big mouth and Billy Bass. All right, good night, guys. Goodbye. Bye. Good night. Good night. Good night. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.